Hello everyone. It's time. This is gonna be a big stream. Big stream. Hope you're all doing well. Gonna scan us a script. One second, we'll officially get started. Hi Satan. Welcome. This thing out of the way for now. Okay. And there she is. I'm doing alright. Look at this. It's a thick script. We're gonna be here for a minute. Boom. Got Biohazard Outbreak Volume 2. Voice for demo. Got some notes. Some scribblings. Train arriving soon. Train departing soon. But this one is the big one. So this has storyboards for all of the cutscenes. I don't think you can see it. Well, they're all in Japanese. But the whole thing is in there. Umbrella Corp. Omit. So the one thing about this is that we know that this was used during the development of this game. But what we don't know is at what point this script was delivered. So it's possible that there is cut content in this script that we don't know anything about. We have voice actor schedules, specific dates, which I think are important for people who are interested in development. What's in here? How did I manage to get this? The answer to that question is money. It's yeah. These scripts are from the late Kevin Seymour, who was a voice director on many video game and anime titles, including certainly but not limited to Perfect Blue, Ghost in the Shell, and Akira. Sadly, he passed away in 2014, and according to his nephew Logan, Kevin worked on on a bunch of game projects before his passing. The scripts were just laying around, so I scooped them up. So I have a bunch of these. And my intent is that we will scan them, and then when they're scanned, we'll put the PDFs versions of the entire script up on the Internet Archive so that people who are interested can go page by page themselves and kind of see what's in it and study it. People who can read Japanese, because I can't, they'll be able to figure out, how things were written, what they were written for, what things got cut, all that sort of stuff. Important development information. Might be able to produce, timelines of when things were developed. There might be scribblings in here about who's doing what development-wise. Who knows? There's all kinds of goodies in here. So, excuse me. So I think that... And take a sip. You can to a certain degree. Cassie, welcome! Told him about the stream. Thank you. Listen, one of the things that I don't know why I didn't think about this until just now, but if anybody knows people in the Resident Evil fan community, if there's like a Resident Evil Discord, that people would be interested in seeing this sort of stuff, please, like, reach out. let them know things are happening, because they might be interested. So I'm gonna start scanning this. But first thing, I gotta get it out of the way. I must. We're gonna stop the music, and I'm gonna summon a frog, because it's been in my head all day long, and I want it. Absolutely wonderful. All right. TCU after 3 whiskeys, wonderful. Okay, we're gonna do a different playlist today. I made a playlist just for this. I need some high energy hot jams, because we are gonna be at this for a minute. Okay. Excuse me. I need to add a page. Is this a game? Not yet. Not yet. The first things first, we're going to scan the folder. So it's going to take a second for things to appear on cam. Hell yeah, dog. All right. You know what? We're gonna leave the folder out. All right, page 1. It's going in. Let me know if the music is too loud, or if you want me to crank it. Cranking it could be a thing. Okay, these 3 pages are stapled, so I'm going to have to flip them and then scan them. And I'm also checking the page backs. If there's scribbling on the page back, I have to include it. On the back of this page. Put that back down. Add page. Scan it. I was gonna have a camera that was just like above the printer, but the camera that I have doesn't. The cord isn't long enough, so we get to hang out with Mr. Mime for a minute. See if there's anything on the back of this page. There isn't. So finally, here we go. Page 1. Bowcast main characters. Kevin Ryman, police officer, good guy, optimist, happy-go-lucky. And there's some casting notes in there, too. You get anything good? Any foils? Any craziness? We got some notes about Mark Wilkins, cynic, sardonic, skeptic. The senile, bitter, war-torn. Security guard, robust strength, tasted emptiness of war. You wonder if it isn't all a dream, a nightmare. Casting notes. And a man who lived after death, lived on human blood, took the form of... Looks like Stephanie Sheh was cast as Yoko Suzuki already. There's no additional casting notes. Very good. There it is. The first couple of pages. Looks like this is a... Now, the thing that's really interesting about this is that the characters, they have, like, descriptions where it's like, Rita, cop, Kirsten Dunst, Spider-Man, Linda, African, Halle Berry, X-Men. It's like, that's the vibe they're going for. But also, time limit and actor budget. Seems pretty important. Let's scan this up. Those types of budgets you typically don't get any insights into. Anything on the back? No. Guys, I don't know if you knew this, but Denzel Washington is a bone collector. Some Hollywood hot goss for you. Anything on the back of this page? No. Isn't that the one with Angelina Jolie? R.I.P. There's no actor budget. I don't get many visitors around here. Oh, that's the female. Oh, well, I hear the city's in quite a state right about now. That would have been a very different game. I am Dracula. Do it. Scan it. Scan another page. PC. If you're wondering, this is where Summon Frog comes from. The music for Summon Frog is this song. Well, there's an old road through these woods that leads to the neighboring town. I don't know why I've decided that Alyssa needs to speak like Barrett from Final Fantasy VII Remake. Let's be real about this. Hospital was destroyed. Hospitals, they're supposed to be a safe haven, a place of hope. Sorry, but not in a Resident Evil game. Plumber. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Not when you're trying to jam out. Alright. I have 2 pages here that are stapled. Now, I decided to crank this one just a little bit because it's the song that the Summon Frog is used for, and I was like, you can't not crank it, at least a little. Okay, I think... Is that done? Yes, okay. So we have... Similar to this, this is just a single sheet for David, which is his, like, you know, character bio and everything. The other characters, apparently, though, they've got little bios. White female, middle 20s, positive, clear, and heroine-like voice. Setup, police officer for the city of Laocoon, Marvin's subordinate, good young woman who is brave and has a sense of justice. She's proud of her job. And then you get the visual. Right, and then this has the description and stuff. That there. The next one is for Tommy. Do these have anything on the backs? No. No, they do not. Okay, next page. That's what Tommy looks like. Okay, that's that one done. This one's single page. Next one for George Hamilton. There he is, occupation doctor. In this pose, in this render, he kind of looks like, what's his face? Kyle MacLachlan or whatever his name is from Dune, Twin Peaks. Next one is also a single page. Cindy Lennox. I saw this portrait and I was like, is that blonde Gina Gershon? Sick bow tie. Fan of that. Ain't nothing on the back of this page, so here we go. Kevin Ryman, looking like, that is Mission Impossible 2 era Tom Cruise, and you can't convince me otherwise. I wonder if you have to rescue her like Ashley in RE4. Good question. I should also mention, excuse me, I am scanning these in the order that they're received in the folder, so you know they might be shuffled incorrectly or whatever. Case in point, this is just I like how like this dude's head just looks squished. The door of the shack opens and Al enters. It is fine, even if the first half of the door opening is not shown. We pan up Al's body. There you go, some direction. Let's see here. What's that? Don't get many visitors around here. Here the city's in quite a state right about now. There we go. There's a bit of direction. Bit of insight there into how cutscenes are made. Okay, nothing on the back of this page. Voice for demo. I suppose it's normal to want to flaunt one's genius, but sometimes that leads to sad displays like those I witnessed today. Okay. Can't forget what we've learned here. As much as it hurts, simply pretending it never happened hurts more. Right. Nothing on the back of this page. Whoa, escaping that plant-infested hell was a rush. Just gonna pick random pieces of dialogue off these pages that sound funny, and I like them. I've actually never played this game, but I think it's cool. Maybe one day I will. What's that say? I don't know what this says. Shall we toss, perhaps? Maybe they're considering nixing George's dialogue. That's why you gotta scan stuff like that, because you don't know whether you're gonna find something like that where it's like, does this exist in the game? Who knows? Is there anything on the back of this page? No. And I think this says forest, so maybe it's like, I don't know. I don't know. On the back of this page, head in, scan it. Dropping in and out. Hey, no worries. I'm gonna be here for quite some time. What the hell? You gotta be kidding me. We're heading right back into town. What's up with this road, man? Capcom hired me. And on the back of this page, put that in there. Okay. That town seems to draw everyone in and keep them there. Lived in a town like that. We spent almost a whole day out there in the woods. It turned out we had no choice but to go back to town. But I can't give up hope now. Not after all I've gone through. Yep. It's as if the darkness was laughing at us. Mark, let me tell you, the darkness is definitely laughing at you. Prepping for bed. 11:34. So, oh, okay. Right on. Yeah, get your relax on, dude. As we all know, it's hell above ground and hell below. What does that say there? I have no idea. I don't know what that says. Alright, nothing on the back of this page. The darkness holds more than just fear and a need. Is this a Kingdom Hearts script in disguise? Supreme darkness. Yeah, okay, so this is got some direction on it. Stops from left to right, continues to walk. Street corner. Mega destruction, ball of darkness, right? Okay.
Some kind of super ass zombie.
This is cool. I like this one. So this is NPC dialogue. So they've got several variations of hey. So you get hey, hey, hey. Yeah. And then some dialogue they cut. Never been. Has never been. This hospital has never been involved in malpractice. Title call.
You're gonna die for some chickens.
Someone is.
Yeah, or are you hiding it? This is now a conspiracy thriller about hospitals. There's a whole page, one single page, just for the guy who has to announce the train. And guess what? I lifted up the next page. This is the next page, but then there's another one. So there might be two. Two whole pages for 2 lines of dialogue. Train arriving soon and train departing shortly. Yeah, same thing. So we got a couple duplicate pages. They're getting scanned anyway. We're gonna scan them in the order we get them. One thing though is that I'm gonna take this stack off because this is a separate stack that has like things in it, and I have to take them out in order to scan it, and I don't want them to get mixed up with this pile of stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these and put them back into the folder. And then undo this bundle. Careful not to damage any of the pages or anything. These are going to get scanned in order also, but what's interesting is that it looks, at least at the beginning, let me see. Yeah, these are numbered, which is super cool. Like it when people do that. Here we go. See, reading and talking to self. That's what that says. This is really thick. I'm wondering if this covers all of the cutscenes in this game. Okay, nothing on the back of this page. That there. I don't know why, but this silhouette pose makes me giggle a little bit. These two, like these also. So you have loops 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So those probably go back to the page we saw before with the loop numbers on it for the sounds, maybe? Who knows? Back of this page is empty. Nothing on the back of this page. nothing on the back of this page. Fall. That's when this cutscene takes place. I'm sure it doesn't mean that that guy's falling over or anything. Hey. Big explosion. News reporter. Okay, nothing on the back of this page. This was kind of a short page. Ain't nothing on the back of this one. Yeah. This one has cool storyboard drawings. I like that helicopter. Let me go! Okay. It looks like this guy's like wearing glasses, but I thought it was just his eyeball. I thought he just had big eyeballs. It's the villain, Big Eyeball Man. Everyone's favorite Resident Evil character, Big Eyeball Man. A fight at the umbrella store. You know, it's about to rain. Guy wants his umbrella. Definitely not a shady corporation or anything. Have it on the back of this page. Wesker. More fighting. Okay, nothing on the back of this page. Yes, did. There he is again. Big Eyeball Man. So this is 16. Nothing on the back of this page. An arrow pushes him off screen. Good. Oh, the next two have good illustrations. The bomb. Hello, yes, I am Science Man. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is assaulted by a man crashing through a window. Yeah, the longer I look at that illustration, I'm like, man, that's The Rock. You know what game I think would be an interesting find in terms of scripts? I think I would like to see the Resident Evil 6 script. Because that game is a mess. I would love to see the debut script for that. Okay, nothing on the back of this page. Scanner. Hey, what's up, Jay? Why did your shout-out thing go behind the thing? Interesting. I don't know, but it was good. Okay. Got another. Hope you're doing well, Jay. Good to see you. Everybody go follow Shaboy Jay. Does cool shit on stream. I wish the scanner would stop trying to eat these pages. Oh no! He broke the TMNT ooze container! Alright, nothing on the back of this page. What's the story with this script? So, this is the script for Resident Evil Outbreak. And it's cool as hell. These I was telling people when we first started. So these belong to the late Kevin Seymour, who's a voice director on many game and anime titles. He did a lot of Namco stuff, but he did a bunch. But his anime credits include Perfect Blue, Ghost in the Shell, and Akira. Doing voice direction on those. Sadly, he passed away in 2014, and I got in touch with his nephew Logan, who sold me the scripts. They were just laying around in their garage, and they were looking for a new home, and I was like, these would be great to have up on the Internet Archive, so that's where they're going, hence the scanning. So when we're done with this stream, you will be able to open the file and have a closer look at these yourself. But I think these are really cool. Like, even if this was just a straightforward copy, like we saw like a bunch of stuff at the beginning. Let me see if I can give like a representative page. So we have like we had a bunch of pages like this. Yeah, put this in front of the camera. So you can kind of see who's talking, what their dialogue is, that sort of stuff. And we also saw, see if I can, some character bio sheets. So here's one for the character of George Hamilton. So you kind of get an idea of what the voice actors may have been given, or the production staff, just so they can get an idea of what these characters are about. One of these, and I have to go through and find it, but has some really interesting stuff, because here it is. So this has the characters, the schedule, the time limit, the actor budget, which we never get to see any of that shit. None of that. We never get to see actor budgets for these projects. So there's a bunch in here of really interesting development information, and I think that people who study game development or are interested in the history of game development can kind of get an idea. Some of these have dates on them, right? So you can kind of get an idea, like, when was this recorded? When, if there's cut content in the script that didn't make it into the game, then you'd be able to tell, okay, well, they recorded it on this date, so this content would have been cut post this point in development. So you can kind of piece together a timeline that way. It was really cool. So, I have actually never played this game, but I kind of want to now that I'm looking at these sick-ass storyboards. But I want to do reach out to somebody in the like Resident Evil community, the fan community, and see if there's anybody who's interested in taking a look at this stuff, because I can't read Japanese, and I couldn't tell you, what's cut content, what's not. I'm just scanning it all. So, but at the end of this, I will be putting the scanned files up on the Internet Archive so that everybody can have a look. So. There we go. It's also helpful that these pages are, well, you can't see it in here, but they're numbered. And they also, hang on, they have up here Oh shit! I'll stop the music for a good old summon frog. From the Harrison Ford movie The Fugitive, he's gonna jump, obviously. Nothing on the back of that page. Oh yeah, I kept meaning to ask you, Jay, if you had seen this yet. Oh no, it's Venom! From the Spider-Man universe. You got your Spider-Man in my Resident Evil. I'm telling you, this multiverse shit is getting out of hand. The Spider-Worldiverse, yeah. I don't know why, but I like the screens as depicted in these storyboards. Oh boy, we got a classic anime pose coming up. There it is. Nothing on the back of this page. I like this dude's face. Harumph. Okay, nothing on the back of this page. Yeah, vibe. Back on this one is clean. Put that down. Scan it up. Scan it up. Good epilogue. Yeah, ranch it up. What does that say? Does that say anything? To Florida, 300 miles. That's what that says. I can't get it close enough to the camera without bending the page, and I don't want to do that, so not gonna. Sweet motorcycle, bro. Kevin. Ah, this next two have good faces on them. Fan of good faces. Oh. Okay. This one's clean too. Good pose. Oh no! Okay, so I'm gonna put this one upside down so that you can see it because it's in the last panel, but that's an excellent face. Come on. Making it. Mouth is all sideways and shit. Miles north of Florida's northern boundary would place you in the southern portion of Georgia, roughly along the Georgia-South Carolina border. Specifically, you would be in the central part of Georgia, not far from cities like Augusta, Columbus, or Macon. Very good. Thank you for the advanced research. That is curious. Back of this one's clean. Shoe. That's clean. Resident Jim epilogue. Hey, what's up, being you? We're about halfway through the cutscene storyboards. As you can see here, it's Tom Hanks in the terminal. He's stuck there at the beginning of the movie. Get out of here. We're busy. Thank you, Jay. Smugphoneconversationhavers.com. Whoa, cool guy collar. We got a cool guy collar. David, it's when you do it, Dave. Ah, David! David, all the hell! Face. But also, you know, hell yeah, muscle girls. Let's see. Today's headline, just a pie graph with nothing in it. Daily Times, what is BOW? Who could say? Really? Alyssa? Short, black hair. Oh, that's wrong franchise. Wrong franchise. Whoa, camera, what's going on with you right now? Hey. Just derped out on us. Oh, looks like we're going to the courthouse. Completely never made Outbreak 3, but now they're releasing it as RE9, right? Nothing on the back of this page. Good judge face there.
Think, Big Bird. Use your bird brain.
Grim, thank you for the subscription. 5-month streak. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Nothing on the back of this piece. Oh, I see. Schlorp. Translated storyboards from RE1 1.5 related crap. And some Swedish sound effects. Excellent. Schlorp. The InDesign document for it. Right on. Scan it. Scan it and upload that shit. Alright, here it is. Page number 100 of being scanned. Yeah, this. It's the 100th page we've scanned, but it's actually 65 in the script order. Yes, excellent city art. The rat did it. I'm calling it now. I don't want to get into spoilers, but I'm pretty sure this rat did it. Interesting, interesting. This page has a tear in it. Small tear, but... doesn't look too bad on the scan, I think. I don't know if this is intentional, but let's all investigate together. Did the artist give her that mustache? Is that a mistake? Is it supposed to be like, oh, she's injured? Looks like they're in an office, so I'm not sure why that's there. Maybe. Maybe, Jay. I guess if you were to look up the cutscenes, like, actually animated in the final game, assuming that's in the final game, you would be able to see it, whether it is or isn't. Alright, now, after this page, let's see. I'm seeing some interesting things! Seeing some interesting things. Okay. First things first. It's for you! Oh, let me sit down and take this. What do you want? That's how that goes. Pretty sure. Okay. Now we're getting into some meat and potatoes. Some good shit. Y'all ready for this? Cut content. Just omit completely. Don't record it. Don't do nothing. And the follow-up, omit. Don't do nothing. Don't record it. Don't look at it. Don't perceive it. It doesn't exist until now. That stuff is the real treasure. In fact, I'm gonna leave that there for another couple of seconds while I have a drink of tea and hope that the thumbnail uploads so that people can see, like, hey, got content in here. Yeah, this statement doesn't exist. Some Men in Black shit. Even up until now, even with a sliver of health left, the character would run around like it didn't have a single care in the world. I like that user reaction. Fuck. Incredible. Alright. Next page. You are allowed to perceive the next few pages. It's okay. Man, he did. No. On the back of this page. This guy here. Does anybody know? Does this have different, like, split playable characters where that you can go through the same scenario with two different characters? They want to make sure you're looking at his knees. The important plot device, the knee. This page I'm scanning now is the last page of this bundle. So presumably, this right here is the end of the game. Who knows? So, put this aside. How did I get these? I bought them. These belonged to a voice director named Kevin Seymour, who worked on a lot of video game and anime projects. We looked up. I looked up his credits previous to this, and you know, he was involved with Ghost in the Shell and Akira, a bunch of others. He did a lot of Namco stuff, but you know, working in a studio, projects come as they come to you. You get hired for different things. So this one he did for Konami. I'm pretty sure there's at least one other Konami script that I have. But he passed away in 2014, and his nephew Logan found the scripts in their garage, just kind of laying around, and so he put them on eBay, and I reached out to him and I was like, hey, like these are really cool, and I think they should be preserved. So can I buy them off you? And he was like, yeah, sure. So I think I have around 10 of these scripts laying around. And Marvin sent them. All right, I need to reorganize this. This is now completely backwards, so I can't put it back together. So you get a fast-paced recap of of what we were up to. Also, I'll tell you, Grim, these were expensive. They were not cheap. But I wanted to make sure that they were going to be accessible, you know, if they were going to be sold. So we are scanning these so that I can upload them to the Internet Archive, so that people can see stuff like this. This has been omitted. This was never recorded. I don't even know if this cutscene exists in the final game. It might be cut content. We just don't know. But if you look at the schedule sheet that comes with this and line it up with the loops that are on the pages, you can get an idea, like, when in development these were actually recorded or chosen to be omitted. So you can say, okay, well, you know, it wasn't planned after the point at which this was recorded. So you can get a couple of solid dates out of things, which I think is kind of neat and important. So I think there's a couple of really neat puzzle pieces in here. If there are people who are interested in the development of Resident Evil, both this game as an individual game, but also in terms of the development of the series as a whole, I think there's some interesting potential nuggets of information in here. But I have, I think, around 10 scripts for various things. I mean, I've got a Gundam game. I have at least one Tekken-related game, I think. There's an arcade game or two. There's a PSP game, I think. But those are surprises for another time. But we are going to scan all of them on stream at some point. So links as soon as the stream is over. This is going straight up on the archive.org. So if you want the link so that you can get a closer look at this stuff yourself, maybe even spread it around, I'm on Blue Sky under Cardinal, same spelling and everything. I'm also on Discord, so the links will be posted there. And also this video, the current stream, I will be putting the VOD for this up on my YouTube channel, and the archive.org link will be in the description. Also, hi VOD watchers! There he is, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Percent of the proposed features for Biohazard 1.5 and 2 were cut from the final game for perfectly understandable technical reasons. I believe it. This got a post-it that was torn off. Okay. That is... I've got that out. Okay. I was confused for a second because on this page, at the bottom, there's this note. And I was like, does that say 200? Is this page 200? Am I missing a bunch? And then I saw in the bottom there's a 1 there. This says zoo, which I should have picked up on because Raccoon Zoo map. This lined up so I can put these things back in there. Zoo and Outbreak is horrifying. There's just a bunch of zombie animals and stuff. So there isn't much on screen. I'm trying to be delicate because these pens, they're kind of large at the end, and I don't want to rip any of the paper. I want to keep them as pristine as I can. They weren't so wacky. I'm sure they'd be remembered a lot more fondly. You know, I wonder whether, you know, were the Outbreak games like supposed to be a thing of like an offshoot, like a side series where they're like, we're gonna try more ambitious and wacky garbage that we normally wouldn't do in normal Resident Evil, or is that not accurate? Is it just like, actually these are canon and it's all kinds of bonkers? I just remembered the dialogue stuff we did before. Those are now out in reverse order also, so I have to fix those. Here, we'll do it. We'll do it for people who came in a little later. We'll do that also. We'll do the same thing we did with script bundle. We'll put them down so people can see them. Designed to be co-op adventures taking place in parts of Raccoon City that were never visited in the main games. Unintentionally hilarious. Those are the best. Lots of dialogue pages. Excuse me. Patients. Hospital was destroyed. This squat dancing man. Character descriptions, their portraits, scans in the background. Occupation plumber. Move over, Mario. Alright. That's back in order. Put this back in the folder, which was also scanned. Okay. Got just a little bit left. We got a couple of well, these two pages are stapled. I don't see anything on the back, so I'm going to go ahead and just scan them.
Animal Test 63.
Outbreak games are officially canon now, since Alyssa is an RE9. Unlike poor Gun Survivor and Gaiden. Wow. Note, actors must play additional minor roles. It's April 15th, 2004. Notice, big change here. It says. So Wednesday, 4/14/01, day 1 got crossed out, but then Wednesday, 5/12/04 is day 1. And these are more voice lines on the next couple of pages. They have circles and tick marks though, and I'm not sure whether they are circling them and then ticking them to say, hey, they're done, or whether they got Joe Lunch. My favorite Punch-Out character. So yeah, you can see they're ticked off. I'm pretty sure that's like, this guy done. Like, they did this. They don't have to do it over again. But I don't know. I don't know. If it's not in the game or the demo, I guess, because it says voice for demo. But I'm like, if if this is... What's the word I'm looking for? If this is in the game, then you know that it means done. If it never made it to the game or the demo, then you know that it was cut. That's for someone who is a Resident Evil expert to find out, not for me. That's true, yeah, this is probably just cutscene dialogue. I mean, multiple lines, I mean... Could be. Could be. This is a Japanese script, so... You're probably right. I'll take their invitation and cut them a new asshole if that's what they are after. Love it. I'm so tired I can barely move my legs, but I'm alive. That's why I can walk at all. That's why I can even think this. I've got to get a grip on the situation. Oh well, there'll be plenty of time to be depressed over this once I'm out here. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Ha! This dialogue is it's so bad. The end of the world is upon us, and I fear there's not much time left. No. There we go. Oh, it's Kevin. Sometimes I think human beings are worse than animals. They put their own selfish needs ahead of the well-being of others. Not that I'm really any different. I'm always looking out for number one. Myself. Good job, Kevin. Yes. Er? We can't kill all the monsters that haunt us. The most we can do is try to remember what's important to us and fight for it. If we do that, we can handle all the shit this city can throw at us. Yeah, who the hell is Kurt? Not just people or animals, now even plants were a threat, making our way through the underground world of roots and vegetation. That image will stay with me forever. The sound of the landslide was swallowed up by the fog. All living things eventually die. The hospital itself was no different. Alright, Cindy. Whoa, didn't mean to slam that. What the hell? You gotta be kidding me. We're headed right back into town. What's up with this road, man? It's almost like someone is trying to stop us from escaping. Fuck trees! Don't tell that to Snoop. The city reeks of blood and rotting flesh. No matter where you go, you can hear those things moaning. I'll take their invitation and cut them a new asshole if that's what they're after. Yeah, these are dupes. And here it is. Ben has a grip on the situation. And it's also the last page of the script. That's it. We did it. That did not take as long as I thought it would, actually. And now the thing is in reverse order, so we gotta do that. Fucking trees. Now, put these back in the folder in the order they appeared. There we go. There it is. The whole script. Let me save this. Need the keyboard for this part. Alright, it is saving. I'm curious to know how large the file size is going to be, actually. It was, in total, 141 pages. How we do? Not terrible. Alright, give me a second here. Up. Brogans. Sec, I need it wants me the description and everything. Brogans technology? No. To replace website? Yeah, good luck with that guy. I just checked the settings, I have to resave this. The good thing I didn't close the scan thing. Overall scan thing. In the meantime, here, that's the link to my Blue Sky. That's where I will be putting the archive.org link. Also, I'm on archive as Cardinal, so you'll be able to find me pretty easily if you want to. Finish yet? I'm afraid that if I try to upload this while I'm streaming, the fact that it's using my upload will just fuck up the stream. So follow me there. You can DM me in Discord if you can't find the link or you don't use Blue Sky. If you're watching the VOD, this will be in the description of the VOD when it gets uploaded to YouTube. So you'll be able to find it pretty easily. I'll probably be spreading the link around Discords and things. So, this actually took way less time than I thought it would, but it was a good test. I chose one of the shorter scripts in terms of volume. DM me on MySpace. Yes, do it. Can you message me on IRC and then we'll hop into TeamSpeak and then talk about the potential for setting up AIM so that we can message there. If you're interested, let me know. We can do carrier pigeons, or just straight up leave each other cave paintings. ICQ. That's what I was thinking of. It's fine. I prefer cave paintings. Is this done yet? I was hoping it would finish. But no, this is gonna be a while. I chose the like save this in the highest quality possible, and it's gonna be like 9 gigs. Here you go. Only terrifying criminals use ICQ. The police told me so. Absolutely correct. ICQ, that's on the dark web, isn't it? Oh! Oh shit, it happened. What do you got? Okay. I'm gonna go upload these. Let's find somebody to raid. Thanks everybody for showing up. I mean, it's a bit shorter than I thought it was gonna be, but I might be back tomorrow playing some actual video games. Raid rat. Do a rat raid. Hell yeah. I plan on doing many more of these script streams. I like looking at them. I think they're cool. It'll be a fun time. Next time, I think we might do the Gundam game script. I don't know what the Gundam game is. I have a suspicion of what the Gundam game is. I think it might be a Dreamcast game. I don't know. So that's something we'll have to look at and discover next time we do a script stream, which I will announce in advance so people have a chance to come in and say hello and take a look. So thanks again for stopping by. Thanks again to Grim for the resub. I appreciate you. Take care of yourselves. Be good. Be well. Be cool. Be movie. See you next time. Send birds to rat when you get in there. Just playing Back to the Future on the NES. Or is about to anyway. Bye!